My name is Lauren Harris. I'm 31 years old and I have been at South Euclid United Church of Christ for about 3 years. Close friends of mine, Isha and Juan Goodwin, invited me, and I was in search of a new church home, and from the moment I stepped in, I felt just this sense of welcomeness, the sense of family. I felt that when I was there, I was actually learning something, and I wasn't just going just to say I was going to church, but it was me being able to actually take away things from the sermon that really just would help me throughout the week. So I think about 3 Sundays after that, South Euclid United Church of Christ became my church home. It's been my home ever since. So I started a debt-free journey in November of 2017, and it started on 2 reasons. July of 2016, my father passed away. And my father had always made sure to just set up funds to help us continue on with our financial journeys. And there was money set aside to help pay off some of my student loans. And that was what the initial spark that said, wow, this is what my father did. How can I then leave that same legacy for my daughter? Fast forward a few months, I was still dragging my feet on it, and I found out I had a family of raccoons living in my house. There were 6 of them living in the roof. And I really probably had about $200 in my savings. And that's when I was just like, I'm a homeowner with a child, with nothing to show for in terms of savings. And I knew I needed to make a change. And so that's when November 2017, I decided that I was going to get serious about my finances, get my life together, and work on becoming debt-free. I knew about tithing for a while. I grew up in the church, so I was very familiar with it. It was something that I did occasionally. Whenever I had the money left to do so, it was, okay, I'll go ahead and tithe. I wasn't a very consistent tither in any means, shape, or form. But when I did go to South Euclid Church of Christ, I did start tithing on a weekly basis, but it still wasn't at that 10% level. So for me, tithing was always something that if there was money left and if I could do it, then I would do it. I took the All Tithe Challenge after, I think it was the tithing series that took place, I believe, October, November of 2019. And just hearing all the testimonies, it was like they were speaking to me. And it's been that wake-up call that I really needed to say, look, if you don't put God first, you're never going to get what you need to get done. You need to give the money to Him first and then do what you need to do. And for me, I have been on this journey since 2017, and I was making 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. I would put money to the side, and then a friend would call, let's take a trip to Mexico, and okay, let's do that. And I wasn't taking it serious. And from that moment, I said, you know what? I need to get serious about it. And I had a deep conversation, as I told you, November. It was right before Black Friday. My daughter's birthday is beginning of December. We had Christmas. And it was, can I really make that financial commitment when I have all these other things I need to buy? And I said, Lauren, this is the problem. You always put God last, and you need to put Him first. And so I will never forget pressing that send button on electronic giving, saying that weekly I was going to do my 10%. And that was me just saying, God, you're in control. I'm going to let you handle this and not worry about it. Because if it's in your hands, I don't have anything to worry about. So as of May 2020, I'm officially debt-free, minus my mortgage, but that was my goal the entire time, and it is an amazing feeling. It's just a huge weight off of my chest, and I'm so proud of myself. In the middle of a pandemic of COVID-19, when funding and finances have been low, God has made a way to continue to bless me to be able to accomplish that during the midst of everything that is going on. And that's just another testimony of what happens when you put God in control of your life. He just lines up stars to make things happen when you just didn't think that you would be able to have them happen. And I did this right about a week after finding out that I was being furloughed from my job, still waiting on unemployment to come through. And I actually had a conversation with myself today, do I pull back from tithing? And I said, why, when God just continues to show up and show out, that's the last thing I'm going to touch. And I'm proud to say that I'm going to keep doing it. And God just shows up, man, shows up in the craziest ways. And when you just let Him align your paths, He will do what needs to be done.